Hey guys, this is Hank Saber coming to you with a Noble Knight deck profile following the January 2015 format. This is certainly one of the better, I should say quicker versions of Noble Knights that I have played in the recent past. Probably the quickest since I played the one format with the 3 Gawains. But it certainly keeps up with the meta, or does the best possible way that you can with this deck. Obviously, it's not really played as much anymore. It's a little slow. It's not as good in a faster format. It's a little bit better in a slower format with more control and everything. So just keep in mind, I try to narrow down my choices based on what the meta is and how quick you have to play to keep up with decks like Klee and Burning Abyss. So let's get into the deck profile. I'm going to try to do this with the least amount of glare as possible. So to start off, we play 3 copies of Lone Fire Blossom. Merlin is a great card. People that run him at 2, I can understand what you're thinking, but at the same time, you really want to get your plays off as fast as possible. You want to see Madrot as much as you can. Obviously, the whole deck isn't based off Madrot, but still, you make most of your plays based off Madrot, and so that's how you open all your duels, or probably all the duels that you're going to win at least. So 3 Merlin is just necessary, just another way getting each of your Madrots. So I play 3 Merlin. I also play 3 Madrot, obvious reasons. Okay, starts your plays, your wombo combos, as the kids call it. 3 Boars. Boars is too good. I mean, he's almost always a walking catastrophe just because you always search Queen, and whether Queen goes to your hand or the graveyard, you're always going to attach it to your Boars in most cases. And so Boars just running it at 3 is too good. And I think if I was playing against Boars, I would try to play around it. And I've seen a few Yu-Gi-Oh! Noble Knight deck profiles, and just the concept of if you draw this, you should definitely try to make a Boars play before you make a King play, just because your opponent uses so many resources to get rid of it. So I really like the 3 Boars. I play the 1 Dristan. I would probably side the second. I don't really have a side deck for this because I don't run it competitively as I used to as much. I take it to a locals here and there, but that's really it. But definitely the 1 Dristan is good, popping random things, really popping scouts and stuff like that. I play the 1 Brothers, another play starter, sort of. Just another good card recycling your round tables. So I like the 1 Brothers. I play the 1 Bedware. Really good selection if you open up with Madrot and a Noble Arm that doesn't re-equip, such as a Queen and Excalibur. Just summon the Bedware, send an Excalibur to the graveyard for a future rank up, rank down play. Bedware is just good because you could do that, and you can also switch up your Noble Arms on the field, at least to what they're equipped to. So I like the 1 Bedware. I think he's a little cloggy at more than 1. You just really get his effect off once. It's good enough. So 1 Bedware. That's it for the Noble Knight monsters. For the kind of support stuff, we run 2 copies of Queen. Obvious reasons. You don't want it to get you don't want this to get banished by Cycle Reader or anything like that of sorts, so just play the 2. And also, you want to have as many targets, Noble Arm targets, as possible for your Boars. Play the 2 Effect Veiler. I mean, Necros is going to be a thing, but I really play it for a lot of Burning Abyss stuff, with the tour guides and everything, and even the Dantes, I guess. But it just, I like the card. It's a little bit better than Lady. Obviously, Lady's a slow card, so Effect Veiler, you can utilize it more ways than one. So I like 2 Effect Veilers for this particular format. For the spell cards, really the rest of the deck is spell cards. I run 2 copies of Excalibur, 2 copies of Destiny, 2 copies of Galatine. Galatine I put up to 2 because of the Cleaport matchup, just getting over things, and there's a lot of situations where Burning Abyss can't get even over this, so just playing 2 is nice. 1 Caliburn, gain life points. 1 Offer to Tear. popping random sets. For the other non-noble arm spells, I play 2 copies of Last Chapter. Great card. Honestly, one of the best top decks in all Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially for this particular deck. I mean, you can't go wrong. So, two copies of Round Table really changed the deck around a lot. We play 3 Rhoda, obvious reasons. Rhoda's seeing a lot of play lately. 3 Upstart Goblin. I know I went off about why I didn't like this card. It was a little bit of a different format. More Shaddolls were ruling the format back then. With obviously a lot of Burning Abyss too, but it was a little bit of a slower format. Now that Cleaves are in the mix, there's certainly a lot more speed to the game, so you want to try to keep up at least with your opponent. So I play the 3 Upstart Goblins. I play the 2 Duality. When you want to search, you just can't draw either a Noble Arms or a Monster. You always want to get that second piece to the puzzle, so I play 2 of that. Play 2 Lance. I see a lot of people cutting the Lance. The only thing I could possibly see myself cutting this for is maybe Solemn Scolding, but that's maybe another deck profile, but I like the 2 Lance for now. Play the 2 MST. I couldn't fit the 3rd, probably slide the 3rd. Snatch Deal, because it's Snatch Deal, because it's back, and Raigeki. It's been a format, and I still can't believe this is back. So, yep, that's really the deck. Just move the camera. So we're just going to move this pile of cards to the side. I don't know why they're not slipping together, so yeah. For the extra deck real quick, we're going to play 2 copies of the rank 5, obvious reasons. 2 copies of the rank 4 as you go into it all the time. And 1 copy of the Synchro. I still like running the Synchro, like it's still pretty cool. Secret rare. 1 Ghost Rare Excalibur. 1 Get Diva because Tower Knight's Roach for inherent summons, level 5 or higher. Abyss Dweller for everything. Cowboy, I'll probably replace this for 82. Still haven't gotten the 82 yet, but Cowboy is still a thing, so I like Cowboy. I then run the 180 Rhapsody and Berserk, just because I like powering up my kings and getting rid of your Shaddol / Burning Abyss targets really good. Play Castell to send random things back to the deck. I play Omega for anti-fire, like anti-Wing Blast, Karma Cut, random Burning Abyss support stuff, so Omega. I play the 1 Palette Idemo over 101 because I don't know really why I was running 101, and this is kind of a better solution than 101 right now, so if it was a 16 card extra deck, maybe I would run the 101, but this is a little bit better, so yeah. And then I won the Run to Rendell. That didn't change. So nothing much with the extra deck. Nothing too much. And that's the deck, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I put a lot of thought into this deck. I mean, so many times I changed up the builds, and I struggled a lot with getting the build down right. But I have to say, when the new support came out, obviously a lot more people were running Noble Knights. I did the best out of all the Noble Knight players at the event, so it was just a okay build, I guess. So I'm gonna do more testing with it, but that's really it for now. So for now, this is Hank Saber signing off. Peace.